This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us. Topping our news tonight, possible upgrades and renovations to the pavilion and pool area at Sarasota's Lido Beach.
It's a project that would cost millions of dollars. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from the pavilion at Lido Beach with the latest. Rick.
Yeah, guys, this pavilion and pool is right here on the beach at Lido. There's a strong push going on now to make this area even more appealing. People visiting here are also usually visiting over there. The city of Sarasota says upgrades to the Lido Key Beach Pavilion and Pool are necessary. Brian Thal of Denver, Colorado has been visiting Lido Beach for 30 years now. He tells us a complete renovation of the interior of the entire facility should be done.
We come here because we like the beach, but it's just not a great facility.
A huge chunk of the renovations would take place here in the bathrooms at the pavilion and the pool. For instance, this hand dryer is barely operational. In addition to the bathrooms, proposed improvements include expanding the tiki bar and launching a new restaurant, adding a splash pad and more shade for the pool area, and creating a green park area for public events. City officials say they are looking to reach an agreement with the contractor soon. Costs for the entire project could run about $3.4 million.
I think with any city facility, you always want to look at, you want to maintain the facility to a proper status where it's usable by the public.
Plans for these proposed improvements to the Lido Beach Pavilion and Pool have been getting mixed reaction from people who live here or are just visiting. Some folks say they love the charm of this current facility.
I kind of love this very Florida casual concession. I think it's an establishment here. We're doing too much modern building, so I'd like to kind of see it stay the same.
I'm satisfied. It's a beautiful area to come out here and enjoy it.
If all goes according to plan, city officials tell us work on the pavilion and the pool area would get underway sometime in late 2018. And this is expected to go in front of the Sarasota City Council for review within the next 60 days. Reporting live from Lido Beach, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are asking for help finding a man who escaped from their custody Friday evening. Deputies say Joel Canchola fled the scene of a crash and is wanted for resisting arrest and other charges. Deputies say Canchola's car hit a palm tree in the parking lot of a convenience store in Manatee County. He was taken into custody, but he managed to escape while being handcuffed in the patrol car out of the window of the car. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says 2 deputies were on scene at the time. His last known address is on 60th Avenue West in Bradenton, which is about less than a mile from where he was arrested. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office or call Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. New details tonight on the death of a man whose body was found on the side of a road in Sarasota County. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say based on a preliminary investigation, they believe the victim may have died from a drug overdose. The victim's decomposed body was found in some woods near Colonial Drive and New England Street on Saturday afternoon. Detectives have not released his name, and their investigation is ongoing.
Venice Regional Hospital is gearing up for a big change. Administrators announcing they would like to build a brand new 312-bed acute care hospital. It would be similar in size to the current hospital that they operate now. The new hospital would be located in Venice, but an official location has not been determined. The hospital CEO, John McLean, says they've requested a certificate of need from the Agency for Healthcare Administration. The organization decides if new hospitals are needed. With a rash of problems at the hospital last year and this year, the CEO says this is a way to move forward. Construction on Sarasota Memorial Hospital's new urgent care center on St. Armand's Circle is nearly complete. The facility on John Ringling Boulevard will be Sarasota Memorial's 6th urgent care center. It will be the first one dedicated to the coastal communities of Longboat Key, Lido Key, Bird Key, and Plymouth Harbor. It will be open 7 days a week and will provide immediate care for non-life-threatening illnesses and injuries. Lab and X-ray services will also be available. The center is slated to open in early October.
Florida Power and Light will spend the next 2 weeks defending its request for rate hikes that total $1.3 billion. A 2-week hearing on FPL's proposal began today If approved, the monthly base rate for an average customer would go up from around $57 to $70 by the year 2020. Florida Power & Light says it intends to use the money to help pay for $16 billion in upgrades to its electricity service, reduce emissions, improve fuel efficiency, and strengthen its system. FPL officials say higher rates now will ultimately end up providing savings for customers.
We're asking for these base rate adjustments to be able to continue to make these improvements to make our grid stronger, more resilient in bad weather, and to continue to improve our power generation to be more efficient.
Groups opposed to FPL's proposal include AARP, the Florida Retail Federation, the Sierra Club, and Walmart. Florida Public Service Commission is expected to make a decision sometime this fall. And man, air conditioners were working hard today, weren't they?
Your bills are high in this kind of heat, that's for sure. Let's head over to Bob and get an update on our forecast.
Yeah, all weekend long, the heat index up past 100 degrees, high humidity, not many storms around to cool us down. That will be changing, though. We're starting to get back into that pattern beginning tomorrow afternoon and really full swing by midweek. Well, sunshine out there right now in Sarasota Bay, and look at that, the heat index staying up past 100. It was 103 just an hour ago, so it's cooled 1 degree. The actual temperature 93. Winds out of the west northwest at 12, and the barometer 30.06 inches, fairly high and holding steady. This high pressure ridge will be building back in. There's still a frontal boundary kind of draped over the southeast, but that front is weakening and will fade away throughout the overnight hours. As far as rain goes, not much to show you here along the coast. So there's one lone shower there just south of Northport, and a little bit of activity developing in Arcadia. But all in all, fairly quiet right now, but a different story in the tropics. We're going to talk more about that in a bit, but we're looking for temperatures to stay in the low to mid 80s all the way up until 11 o'clock. We have a newly formed tropical depression out there in the Atlantic, and we have another one that's on the heels of that one getting ready to develop. We'll talk more about this system here coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. It's hard to believe summer is over, but it is back to school in Sarasota County. ABC7's Kate Flexter shows us what changes parents and students can expect this year.
One by one, buses headed out at 6 a.m. on their morning routes, picking up thousands of students for the very first day of school. At Philippi Shores Elementary, it was a parade of new backpacks and new shoes. For Principal Dr. Allison Foster, it's a familiar sight.
Kids are ready to come back, ready to learn, ready to meet their new teacher, just super excited to start the school year. So it's always great to see all those students, smiling faces, ready to go on day one.
As for any changes coming to Philippi Shores, Foster says the main thing will be continuing to increase security measures. The county just hired a new security director, and Foster is anticipating some positive changes.
You know, our goal here is to try to keep the family atmosphere, but also provide those security measures at the same time.
For Riverview High School's principal, Dr. Paul Burns, it was all about hitting the ground running.
Students are welcome back today, and they're already jumping into the academics.
As for changes coming to Riverview High, Burns says continued academic improvement for students is a main focus.
We're looking at our academic priorities and our operational priorities, and then as a team and as a school community, I think it's for me getting that feedback.
He's one of 8 new principals joining the district, but for him it wasn't completely unfamiliar territory. Last year, he served as the assistant principal for the school. And on Monday, as each student walked in,
Welcome back, guys.
he gave them a warm and familiar welcome back from summer vacation.
Our kids, they know the school, they know the community, and so for me, knowing them has certainly helped ease my transition as well.
But perhaps one of the biggest changes coming to Sarasota County schools will be the selection of a new superintendent. The school board is expected to make that decision by October 18th. Reporting in Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Kate. A one-stop shop for school-related news is now available in Manatee County. Parents and students can download the school district's new mobile app. It includes school calendars and lunch menus. You can also link school events to your personal calendar. Just search for My SDMC in the Google and Apple stores. That could be helpful.
Absolutely. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joined just now with what was a very quiet summer Monday on Wall Street. Richard.
Scott, you're absolutely right. I'll define quiet for our viewers. The largest move in either direction today was 12/100ths of 1%, decimal 12. That's what it's all about. Summer, of course, is still going on in the Northeast. Lots of traders not around. Janet Yellen, the Fed chair, is going to be speaking at Jackson Hole, Wyoming this Friday, and an awful lot of people are going to be waiting to hear what she has to say. And keep in mind, season of earnings pretty much over. No new news in that front, so That's quiet all the way around. Let's take a look at the numbers, and as snooze as they are, there you see the Dow down 23 points. There's 12/100ths of 1%, closing at 18,529.42 on extremely light volume of 604 million shares. The NASDAQ, which has been up 8 weeks in a row, up another 6 points today, 12/100ths of 1%, closing at 5,244.60. That on volume of 1,389 million shares. And the S&P barely a budge, down 6/100ths of 1%, 1.23, closing at 2,182.64. Well, I'm not sure what you were doing this weekend, but I know what the CEO of Pfizer was doing this weekend. He was writing a check for $14 billion. Pfizer announced it is buying biotech firm Medivation, and that $14 billion, by the way, is all in cash. Medivation has a drug called Xtandi, which treats prostate cancer. Pfizer already has a leading drug in the breast cancer area called Ibrance. If the deal goes through as Pfizer hopes it will, it could close before the end of this calendar year. So we'll have to see, but it's nice to see all these firms making progress in the cancer area, no question.
Yeah, definitely. And Richard, news on Google.
Yes, I don't want anybody to get too jealous, but the 12-year anniversary of Google was this weekend, and if you had bought Google on the IPO, the stock is only up 1,500%. Not a bad 12-year return.
Wow. Oh, wish I had done that.
You got a time machine?
Yeah.
That might be one of the things you
I remember when I was in school, my teacher said you can Google it, and I was like, what's Google? So now that seems crazy to ask that question, but wow. Exactly. Thank you, Richard.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, two familiar issues pop back up in the presidential race. Trump defends immigration policies while Clinton faces more email questions.
And ABC7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, a supplement taken to strengthen bones could have a negative effect on your brain health. Details in Health Smart.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family-owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Do you have what it takes to become a champion? The Sarasota YMCA Sharks swim team has been developing champions since 1961. Fall swim team tryouts for kids ages 6 through 18 are being held August 15th through the 18th and August 22nd to the 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tryouts are held at the Evelyn Sadler Jones branch, YMCA's Selby Aquatic Center. For more information, visit sarasotaymca.org/sharks.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Step up to GMC and get cash back for up to 12% of the MSRP on these select 2016 GMC vehicles. That's over $9,300 cash back on this Yukon.
See more now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
Donald Trump is insisting he's not flip-flopping on his immigration plans, despite a renewed effort to court minority voters.
Today's promise comes as the Clinton campaign launches new ads using Trump's own words against him. ABC's Maggie Rulli has more on the developments.
With fresh faces on the team and a candidate that appears to have done a 180, the Trump camp says they're better than ever.
This was the best week, I think, so far in the Trump campaign.
Standing strong on his firm immigration stance this morning on Fox News.
We have to be very firm. We have to be very, very strong when people come in illegally.
So you're not flip-flopping?
No, I'm not flip-flopping.
Yet it's still a softening, with no mention of his controversial deportation force. Clinton is off the trail today, but she's still dealing with email headaches. Today, the FBI released tens of thousands of new non-work-related Clinton emails from her time as Secretary of State, although they still have to be reviewed by the State Department to figure out if there are any duplicates. And a conservative watchdog group released new emails from aide Huma Abedin that they claim show donors to the Clinton Foundation got special access to the State Department.
Any Secretary of State has aides who are getting emails or contacts by a broad range of individuals.
Number one, they should shut it down. Number two, they should give the money back to a lot of countries that we shouldn't be taking and they shouldn't be taking money from.
But Clinton's VP pick fired back.
Before you go about attacking a charity, why don't you come clean about your own business dealings and tell the American people who you are in debt to?
Bill Clinton sent an email to donors saying that if Hillary's elected president, the foundation will stop accepting foreign donations and continue to make their donor list public. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
Donald Trump will make another stop in Tampa this week. The Republican presidential nominee will hold a rally at the Florida State Fairgrounds on Wednesday. The doors will open at 10 a.m. at the event, and the event starts at 1 o'clock. There's no word on what Trump will focus on during his speech. Those interested in going to the rally can register for up to 2 tickets. They'll be given out on a first-come, first-served basis. You can find a link for the ticket registry on our website, mysuncoast.com. And boy, it's just been we kind of needed a break, Bob, to dry out a little bit.
From the rain.
Right.
To remind us how much we kind of like the rain.
I know, because it hasn't cooled off.
We've been flip-flopping back and forth.
Speaking of
It seems like all summer long. And again, we're doing it. We're going to go back into more of that normal pattern tomorrow afternoon. Okay. And then really by midweek, we'll get into full swing. And the tropics, as typical this time of year, they start to get active. And that's what we're seeing right now. The 1992 anniversary of Andrew, remember that? That was this was the first day back then that it actually became a hurricane. It was classified as a hurricane. So a little bit of history there. And we have another storm that's developing similar, I guess, in the area that possibly Andrew developed. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing a day of heat, really. I was out there yesterday, right there, in fact, playing some golf, and it was hot. One of the hottest days of the summer. No real breeze. It was just humid and no clouds around to really block the sun at all. Just another hot day, but I was hot on the golf course, so I didn't mind. As far as the Titan radar picture goes, some showers basically developing down to our south. A little bit more moisture bottled up there. Not much in Manatee County, or for that matter, Sarasota County. You see one lone storm now approaching parts of Rotunda and also just southeast of Arcadia. But notice Manatee, quiet, and most of Sarasota quiet. We had one lone shower just south of Northport just a half hour ago, but that has since moved on. And you can see that activity. There's the remnants of what was that shower north and south of Northport, I should say. El Jobim getting some rain, and to the east thereof, some showers southeast of Arcadia. But really, the overall coverage is really quite down for this time of year, and that's somewhat a result of some drier air in the atmosphere, and high pressure got bumped down right over the top of us, and that creates little wind, and it suppresses most of the activity. We saw a few lone showers on Saturday, but not many. And with all this dry air in place, it was good news for Fiona. Fiona is now weakening and continues to weaken. It's down to a tropical depression now. This is the other system that's battling that dry air too out ahead of it. This one we'll have to watch very closely over the upcoming days. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Currently, we have sunshine, 93, the dew point 73. It makes it feel like about 102 out there. Winds out of the west-northwest at 12, and the pressure fairly high. That high pressure ridge is going to bounce back up to the north of us beginning tomorrow as this front fades away, which is still bringing some showers across the southeast from Alabama, Mississippi into Louisiana. Well, let's get to the tropics right now. We are watching very active conditions coming off the coast of Africa, as you would expect this time of year. No real big surprise there at all. And this one looking rather healthy. This is a very impressive tropical depression number 7, was just classified by the National Hurricane Center as TD number 7. We could see another one develop just offshore of Africa here coming up pretty soon. This is the one we're concerned with right now, and Fiona is weakening as it heads off to the north and west. Real quickly, Fiona is a tropical depression, will continue to move off to the west and become a remnant low. Interesting to note is that some of the models actually take some of this energy and absorb it into the storm that's now east of the Lesser Antilles. So we'll watch how that plays out down the road, but not a concern for us right now. Could bring some rain to the Bahamas. Here's TD number 7, which is soon to be Gaston, and it could become a hurricane as it makes its way into the open waters of the Atlantic. And that's what we like to see. Those storms that stay out there in the Atlantic really have no real threat of having any impact on any land area. Well, this is the next one up, and this one could become a storm. The forecast models show it tracking right toward Florida. But notice all the models are kind of spread out all the way from south of Cuba to the east of the Bahamas. These two models yesterday, by the way, were south of Jamaica and Dominican Republic just 24 hours ago. So you get the picture. A lot of uncertainty in day 4 and 5, so we'll keep a close watch on it. But you'll notice that middle track and path take it right toward Florida. So more on that coming up a little bit. A return to afternoon storms begins tomorrow. We'll have much more on that forecast coming up a little bit later. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now, US 41 is very busy, both the north and southbound lanes between Bee Ridge and Fruitville roads. And I-75, though, look at all the green on the map there. Things moving smoothly with no backups right now. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, some older women who take calcium supplements may face an increased risk of developing dementia. That's according to a small study in the journal Neurology. Women who took calcium supplements were twice as likely to develop dementia as their peers who didn't. The heightened risk appears limited to women who have had a stroke or suffer from other disorders that affect blood flow to the brain. For women with specifically a history of stroke, the dementia risk was almost 7 times higher if they took calcium supplements. Researchers caution there are many other elements at play and much more research is needed. A new study shows bike helmets cut the risk of severe traumatic brain injury by half when riders suffer a head injury. Riders with helmets were also less likely to die from their injuries and less likely to break facial bones. Researchers reported these findings in the American Journal of Surgery. Less than half who ride a bike wear a helmet, according to the CDC. In the U.S., there were 900 deaths and an estimated 494,000 emergency room visits for bicycle-related injuries in 2013. Coming up, a toddler trapped under a capsized boat. How rescuers managed to find and rescue this little girl. The story is amazing. And talk about a leap of faith. How one pastor is literally practicing what he preaches when we come back.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Now is your golden opportunity to lease a new 2016 Lexus ES350 for only $329, or enjoy 0.9% APR, just $329, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Hi friends, I'm Linda Carson.
And I'm Ray Collins.
This Friday Fest season is already off to a great start, Ray.
It certainly is, Linda. Coco, Ray, and the Keepers rocked the stage in June, and Ja Movement grooved us in July.
Join us this Friday at the Van Wezel when Rebel Heart takes the stage and performs today's greatest hits.
We'll be there with great friends until the sun goes down.
For more information, call this number or visit thevanwezel.org and the Suncoast scene page at mysuncoast.com.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Now is your golden opportunity to lease the bold new 2016 Lexus RX 350 for only $419, or enjoy 1.9% APR, just $419, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
A family boat trip turns into a nightmare for two young parents.
Police say their boat flipped Friday night after it hit a power line on Florida's Indian River. Tammy and Brian Bossard were able to get out of the capsized boat, but their nearly 2-year-old daughter Kennedy was trapped underneath. Officers jumped in the water and started searching for the little girl, trying to find her by listening to her cries. About an hour later, they found little Kennedy in an air pocket, floating in her life jacket under the capsized boat.
We couldn't tell if she was in the boat or if she was trapped under the boat or if she was out in the river, because we heard cries, but it sounded like it was just coming from everywhere.
Kennedy was taken to the hospital to be checked out. She was not hurt and she was in good condition.
The father of a toddler killed by an alligator at Walt Disney World in June reached into the gator's mouth trying to free his son. A final report from Fish and Wildlife investigators shows the 7-foot gator bit the 2-year-old's head as he bent down at the edge of a lake at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. Investigators say the boy died from a crushing bite and drowning. His death is classified as a predatory attack. The report says the alligator may have had a diminished fear of people by being in an area with lots of humans.
A pastor in upstate New York is giving people a whole new meaning to the phrase leap of faith by jumping over a helicopter and through a wall of fire. Well, his name is John Mercury Morgan, and his church is called Faith on Fire. So maybe that's why he did this stunt. Morgan says he uses it as a way to promote a local charity and also his Christian faith. He says the jumps are supposed to represent the highs and lows in life.
A home run turns out to be a true 1 in a million during the second inning of a minor league game in Illinois. Gateway Grizzlies outfielder Brandon Thomas smashed a grand slam homer into the parking lot, and the ball hit a parked truck. Grizzlies won the game, but later Thomas found out that damaged truck was his own. But when he was asked about the damage, he wasn't even mad. As a matter of fact, he said it was worth it to have a crashed, broken windshield.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think so. I would go with it because it's just a great story. I mean, what are the chances? That is like a 1 in a million.
That's what insurance is for.
That's right.
Yeah, my home run broke that windshield.
My amazing hit. Yeah. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, the devastating flooding in South Louisiana, what the government is doing to help thousands who lost their homes.
Plus, finding homes for the animals saved from the rising waters, how a Suncoast shelter is helping out. That story coming up.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, Eye Comfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Temperatures are rising, and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get the all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $26,999 and get an additional $1,000 off with a trade-in. Hurry! Time is running out to get the new Dodge Journey for just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.